All right, everybody, we're going to do another tabletop here of another rifle I've finished kind of getting done. This is my 18-inch SPR build, and so here is it in its completion. Now, this is the same lower that I have been using for my 6.5 Grendel build that is super accurate. So the nice thing about that is that all of the stuff here will go ahead and transfer over. Anderson lower, which has been pretty good. Timney trigger, a lot of Anderson parts or parts bin parts. Anderson buffer, Bravo Company stock, which is similar to the Stop Mod style stock. This is a Magpul Myad grip, and inside the grip I have the little insert that you could buy that allows you to put something in there. I just keep a little bottle of gun lube in there in case it's needed. There's also a special insert that you can have another bolt that goes in there. That's kind of a smart idea if you ever shoot 6.5 Grendel. A lot of times 6.5 Grendel bolt faces have the unfortunate weakness that sometimes they destroy ejectors. So it might be good to just have an extra spare bolt face in there if you shoot a lot of Grendel. That being said, Magpul Myad grips can take a special insert that has that. Anyways, let's just go through this SPR upper. SPR is a special purpose rifle. That's what the term means. SPR is an 18-inch 5.56 NATO with a heavy barrel and a rifle length gas system. And it is designed to shoot a 5.56 NATO round that is a 77 grain Sierra Match King bullet at 2,750 feet per second. Okay, so once we have a bullet going 2,750 out of here accurately, we have really done all we can to get the SPR. It's meant to be suppressed, so that'll be something that's going to happen in the future. So we're kind of at the beginning stages of what this is going to be. But now that it's together, I've got some hand loads worked up with some CFE 223 powder and with some Hogden Lever Evolution, which is a very similar powder to that my 6.5 Grendel really seems to like. So we're going to be running some of those too. So hopefully the next couple of videos will have some more pictures and videos of me shooting this thing along with my new 4570 that I have also done a unboxing video of here. So hopefully we'll have a range day where I can have a couple of the guns out and we can have some of the fun with that. Okay, so what have we got here? This is an Aero Precision upper receiver. This is an Aero Precision SPR, or what's sometimes called a DMR barrel. This is a 223 Wild Chamber, which, you know, it's not exactly the same spec as your your Mark 12 rifle, but it is maybe a little bit better in some ways that it will hopefully accommodate different types of brass a little bit better than a 5.56, which sometimes can have a little bit left on the table for accuracy when you're using a 223 round. And that's neither here nor there. It's just something that can affect it. It's not always something that's going to affect it. All right, so A2 birdcage flash hider. That's really all I'm working for at this moment, just because I'm going to get something that's going to work for a QD mount for a suppressor whenever it shows up. Right here, for the bolt carrier system, I have an Odinworks mil-spec style nitrided bolt. It was maybe 135 bucks, which was an okay price. I got a cheap forward assist. I got a cheap mil-spec dust cover here, and I have a cheap, really cheap charging handle. I could put on a Strike Industries or something. You know what I'm probably going to do is get a Raptor LT, $60, and swap it on there. It's just one of those things where it's really not necessary, but it makes it nice to have. I learned that the upper part build kit stuff, the need for using super nice parts is so negligible. you know, especially with things like a forward assist or these. You don't need to run a dust cover technically. It's just a good idea to have, but you don't need it. Let's see, what else do I have here? Mine has been modified a little bit to where, let's go ahead and I'll just open the chamber in here, see if you can see. Now, if you're able to see down in there, I'm hoping I can get a good angle, but hopefully you'll see that the feed ramps inside have a nice little sheen to them. And here, maybe what I'll do is try to turn on a flash. There you go. And see how you see that the feed ramps right here have a nice polish. So those have been polished right up here where the bottom of the magazine goes. I have also had my AR-15 gunsmith guy who put this upper together for me put on some bedding compound inside where the barrel goes in. So that will also create a much firmer contact surface in between the barrel and the upper receiver. It's already a pretty tight fit. That being said, it's one of those things that only makes things better. And he's an expert, so that's the way he likes to put uppers together. So I had him do the kind of, you know, package deal where he put it all together. He also, with what we have here, dimpled the bottom of the barrel in 2 places for this Odinworks mil-spec gas block. And then we just have a rifle length gas tube here. The rifle length gas tube is great. We talked about doing an adjustable gas block, although I'm not entirely certain that it's necessary. He said that he doesn't believe it's necessary, and that it's better to work with the buffer if there is anything specific related to the process of channeling gas for a suppressor. So since most of these are pretty overgassed anyways, it'll probably be pretty safe. With the rifle length system, it's going to cut down on any super overgassing situations with the suppressor. And then if we're going to have any other issues, we might go ahead and address them later. But that being said, mil-spec is probably the way to go if you want to eliminate a lot of potential problems. My 6.5 Grendel has an adjustable gas block, and I have never adjusted it once. So it's one of those things where if you have the right gas setting at the initial onset of things, you're probably fine. So I think my next purchase is probably going to be one of the Odinworks buffers, where the actual buffer itself can be disassembled and weights can be placed inside of it to go from the H1 all the way to like an H5 buffer. Little tungsten and steel weights that go in there. So that's something that I'm looking forward to possibly trying next. I had him throw a coat of Cerakote on here. It was just kind of whatever, you know, FDE comparable he had. This is not FDE. This is the tan or coyote that Bravo company sells. This is painted. This was olive when I bought it. So none of these colors are going to match, but I sometimes think, well, you know, I'd like to think of it more like the way that I see an FN Scar, in that there are multiple shades of the same color on here, and how that makes it cool and interesting. Once again, this is a 1 in 8 twist, so this should be able to handle every single type of 223 and 5.56 ammo. It being an 18-inch is really good because it's going to allow me a little bit more velocity and accuracy without adding too much weight. My 6.5 Grendel upper is a 20-inch, and the gun is a little cumbersome. Even with the stock folded all the way in, a 48-inch case is absolutely the maximum. It is at maximum with the 48-inch case with the stock all the way in. So it'll be easy to carry this in any AR-15 case, which is nice. I have these Magpul brand. These are what's called the Type 1 M-Lock inserts. Most of the time on store shelves, you see what's called the Type 2, which is just little pieces. They're wider than this, but these are the Type 1s. These are the ones that I like the most. You see, they're kind of sticky because they're brand new, and they've attracted all kinds of dog hair, fluff, and dander. But they provide a nice grip surface. The reason that I wanted those so bad is that this handguard is a ratchet, cheapo handguard. I got this from Delta Team Tactical, which is, I'm not going to say anything bad about them. There's nothing really bad to say about them. It's just, that is a supreme value brand. And if you are looking for value, that's the company you're going to go with. So Delta Team Tactical, this was a $40 handguard, but it does have the anti-rotation tabs here, which is kind of cool. And like I said, I had him throw some Cerakote on there just because it was, you know, just to make it a little bit more familiar, or you know, one thing to another. I stuck on a little M-lock thing here. I'm probably going to go ahead and stick on one of those TWOD bipods, just because those are super light and they actually hold up pretty well. I'm a convert to those TWOD bipods, and they fit really good on all my other builds. So eventually we're going to go Area 419 self indexing muzzle brake, and then I'm going to have a master mount that works with a suppressor to go with a Banish 30 at the end of this. So that way I can unindex the compensator / muzzle brake, take it off, screw on the direct thread adapter for the Banish 30, and then take it off, and then re-index the muzzle brake in the exact same place where it has indexing lines. And then that way what I can do is hopefully keep 1-0 or at least 1-0 set on the scope, and it doesn't have to change back and forth, and I don't have to re-zero. I can just jump on one, jump back to the other, and save a 0 that way. As far as optics goes, I found this pre-owned in my area, which was lightly used as a primary arms, ACSS 1-6x24. It's got a couple of dings from just being set up against stuff, but otherwise, a nice little all-purpose DMR style, or you know, a shorter range DMR style reticle, and it's got the ranging system, which I really wanted. This is the Ultralight Aero precision mount. I normally go cheap with these mounts, but I got a Leopold Mark AR for my Diamondback for the 6.5 Grendel upper, and I love it so much that I'm okay with spending a little bit more money. Even though this is the Ultralight, you know, it's not bad. I'm using the 20 round mags for this. You can use the 30. I'll even show you what it looks like with the 30 round mag here. This is a regular P mag. So 18-inch with a 30 round P mag. If you wanted to carry it like duty style, there it is. So, but the problem with this extra long P mag is that if you wanted to set it up with a bipod, it would be a little long. And so you set it up with this 20 with your match 77 grain, it'll be easier to use with the bipod. These 30s are great if you're, you know, doing duty carry and you might be doing mag dumps, but I don't foresee that happening, as I'm not a soldier or a wannabe badass of any type. I know what my limits are. So let's see if there's anything else that I need to bring up while I have it here. No, I think that's kind of it for right now. I'm going to get my TWOD bipod on here. I'm going to eventually get a couple other things, and then really just going to work on getting my hand loads all tuned up for this sucker. I did buy a couple boxes to get us sighted in of, you know, some M193 basic stuff there. So, but I'm excited. So we have the late afternoon light coming in here on my table from inside the garage. But if you have any questions, be glad to try to answer anything. This is kind of one of my later projects. It needs a couple more things, but I think for right now, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to have to go back to 5.56. I had a couple of 5.56 rifles, and not really feeling it at the time. And now that I have kind of a rifle that is designed to work with a real specific purpose, makes me want to get back into it again instead of just having a, you know, infantry style rifle, which is cool, but I have just too much junk laying around to need another infantry style rifle or whatever. So I hope everybody's doing real good. Appreciate everybody. Hope you're having a great day. If you feel like subscribing or commenting or sharing, I'd really appreciate it. Whenever you play around on the video and you comment or you like or whatever, what it does is it uses the YouTube algorithm to boost a video, and it might send it to some more people and hopefully get these videos out to some other folks. I've had some folks comment, "Oh, I hate the way that you're video sounds, your phone's always going off. And if anybody's interested in helping me get a GoPro or anything else, let's do it. Let's let me know, and I'll do whatever I can to try to make the viewing experience better for y'all. Okay, be blessed. All right.